Now, productivity sounds like such a boring topic, but we all know how absolutely crucial it is. If you've ever overseen your own home renovations, you'll have an intensely focused mind on how much bang you're getting for your buck and how much action you're getting for every hour or day of work. The working from home revolution has seen many of us get frustrated with the lack of productivity from invisible colleagues, while others might have smashed it, really, with the time they've freed up from their daily commute. The march of technology undoubtedly allows us to do more with less, to be more efficient, to be more productive, if we keep our nose to the grindstone. But the big problem with our economy at the moment in this country is that we're not. Our productivity is falling. It's measured as how much we produce per hour worked, and our latest productivity figures show a fall over a year of 4.6%. That's an historically terrible performance. We need productivity rising, not falling. Otherwise, our economy goes backwards, our country goes backwards, and our standard of living sinks. That's what's happening now. No wonder most of us think that the country is heading in the wrong direction. The trouble is that the Albanese Labor government is doing all the wrong things. They know it's a problem, and all they can do is try and blame others.
The decade to 2020 was the worst for productivity growth in Australia in the last 60 years, and it will take time to turn that around. Nobody pretends that there's a switch that you can flick to turn around what has been disappointing performance on the productivity front.
That's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Especially when you consider that instead of improving productivity, they're hampering it. Think for starters how Labor is accelerating the push to renewable energy. Driven by climate ideology, they're driving up electricity prices, creating an energy crisis that fundamentally undermines our productivity. Think how Labor's re-regulated the labour market, reducing flexibility, increasing costs. And now they're looking to force companies to give casual staff the entitlements that they are paid a loading not to have, as well as force companies to make casual staff permanent.
It'll create a right where those casuals who are getting permanent hours can go to the employer and can say, these hours are permanent, I would like to be able to convert.
They're trying to fix a problem that just doesn't exist, just to help their union masters. But it'll hurt businesses and it'll hurt productivity and therefore hurt all of us. The only people who are cheering are the unions.
It's been this basically a rort called permanent casual. How ridiculous is that? You can't be both permanent and casual, but unfortunately in the laws in Australia that has been possible for far too long.
Yet some people like it, some workers like it because they get paid more that way. And to cap all this off, they've just announced a new chief for the Productivity Commission. And who is he? Well, his name is Chris Barrett. And just like Jim Chalmers, he was once Chief of Staff to former Treasurer Wayne Swan. And Swan was the Treasurer who announced this.
The 4 years of surpluses I announced tonight are a powerful endorsement of the strength of our economy.
Yeah, the joke was on us, wasn't it? Swan only ever delivered a series of record deficits. But think about this appointment. The current Treasurer, who is a unionist and has only ever worked in politics and for the ALP, and who used to be the Chief of Staff to another Treasurer who is a unionist who only ever worked in politics and for the ALP, has now appointed to head up the Productivity Commission a lifelong public servant who also used to be Chief of Staff to the same unionist ALP Treasurer. I mean, it's all been fairly productive from their point of view, I suppose, but anyone expecting it to lead to an increased productivity for the nation just doesn't understand how this stuff works.